Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to Zio Shibal, Iran's state media, Press TV, reported today that the Iranian parliament is on the verge of passing a new law. This legislation aims to significantly restrict the types of vessels permitted to transit through the strategically vital Strait of Hormuz. Iranian Parliament Deputy Speaker Ali Niqsad was quoted stating that, under this proposed 12-point plan, Israeli ships would be permanently prohibited from using the strait. Furthermore, vessels originating from hostile countries, implicitly referring to the United States, would be required to pay war reparations before being granted passage. All other ships would also need to obtain prior permission from Iran. This development comes amid a continued stalemate in negotiations between Tehran and Washington, with neither side willing to compromise on their respective positions. According to Al Jazeera, Syria has emerged as an alternative energy corridor for oil, receiving hundreds of Iraqi oil trucks transporting crude overland to its Banias port. This development, reported on May 2, 2026, provides a costly yet crucial workaround for Europe, as the vital Strait of Hormuz has been largely blocked due to the ongoing U.S.-Israeli war on Iran. The increased overland shipments highlight the severe disruption to traditional maritime routes and the urgent need for new supply channels in the region. UPI reports that the United States has begun notifying its European and Asian allies of impending delays in the delivery of critical weapons systems. This development stems from the depletion of U.S. munition stockpiles, particularly due to the ongoing war in Iran. Countries such as the United Kingdom, Poland, Norway, and Estonia in Europe, alongside Japan and South Korea in Asia, are among those facing potential holdups for systems like HIMARS, NASAMS, Patriot missile interceptors, and Tomahawk cruise missiles. President Donald Trump indicated that existing global inventory could be redirected if needed, while Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth acknowledged concerns and stated that replenishing stockpiles could take months and years. Experts suggest these delays might prompt allies to explore indigenous or non-American defense options, even for superior U.S. equipment. NTD News reports that the European Commission's proposed revision of its Cybersecurity Act, unveiled in January, represents a significant shift in its approach to Chinese technology suppliers. The draft regulation establishes a legal framework enabling the Commission to designate third countries posing cybersecurity concerns and classify their suppliers as high risk. While not explicitly naming China or companies like Huawei and ZTE, this legislation is expected to lead to the gradual exclusion of Chinese equipment from the bloc's mobile, fixed, and satellite networks, overriding individual member states' previous hesitations. Experts like Emmanuel Lincott view this as a European awakening to an economic war with China. Beijing has warned of broad retaliation if its firms are penalized, arguing a lack of technical evidence for security risks. However, Sébastien Garnaut emphasized that the measure targets security standards, not nationality, pointing to Chinese laws compelling companies to cooperate with the state. Several EU nations, including Germany and France, have already begun phasing out Huawei equipment, although Spain recently signed a contract with Huawei for sensitive data storage. According to the Epoch Times, Iran has submitted its latest proposal for direct negotiations with the United States through mediator Pakistan. On Friday, May 1st, U.S. President Donald Trump responded to the proposal, stating he was not satisfied with its contents. He voiced skepticism regarding Iran's capacity to finalize any agreement, highlighting huge divisions within the Iranian leadership, which he described as comprising 2 to 3, or perhaps 4, factions struggling to cooperate. Trump indicated that Iran's proposal included demands he found unacceptable, though he did not specify them. Despite canceling a U.S. envoy's visit to Pakistan last week, negotiations between the two nations are reportedly continuing via telephone. White House spokesperson Anna Kelly affirmed President Trump's clear stance that Iran must never possess nuclear weapons and that ongoing talks are aimed at safeguarding U.S. national security in both the short and long term. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.